This episode of the Siam Hockey League News is brought to you by the Big Chili Magazine. In this issue, there's a touching story about Harold Steve Stevens, titled Last of Asia's Great Adventurers. So today we're without Zack. He couldn't make it tonight, but fortunately we have an amazing replacement in Juhani. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, and thank you for all the work you do for the Siam Hockey League. Just you and the whole committee. This is a lot of fun.
It's all for fun. We love it, so we're really enjoying it. One day I'll be able to play. We'll see. But yeah, so you are formerly a full-time SHL player. You played in the second season. You played for Aware, if I'm not mistaken.
Most likely, yeah. There was two
teams.
Yeah,
there was okay. And then now you're a part-time player from time to time. You're also the Thai national team coach, and you are the supervisor of all the Thai players, correct?
Yeah, so that's what I try to help out as much as possible, Siam Hockey League, that we get more Thai players, and also kind of watch a little bit how they are, like on ice, but also that they come on time to the games, and overall behavior, that they try their best, and so far I've been really happy.
Good. Yeah, I've noticed that they're really good. As a matter of fact, this year we have more Thai players than we've ever had. So about half of every team is Thai players this year, which is a first.
I think 24 full-time players. Plus we have Hideki, Poo as sub-players. So yeah, when I started, there was teams that had no Thai players.
Yeah, I remember that.
We probably had 10 Thais, so doing good.
It's good. And who are some of the young standout players on the Thai side that you see out there right now?
There's many. Of course, like Time Roger, when you think they're only 16 years old, and I think they are about point per game already. And I think there's a potential even to be better. Those are a few names. Poon and Mel in KGG defense, playing big minutes there. And from a little bit older guys like Mangkorn is a guy who's really has stepped up this year, and already last year kind of showed that he can be a good two-way player. And I think we're talking about Novotel, the big shooters, but I think Mangkorn is one big reason that he's really carrying the second line.
Yeah, he's got 4 goals, 6 assists this year already. So it's one of the things I've noticed about Mangkorn is that when I first started seeing him play, he wasn't always a heads-up player. He was very often trying to do a lot of things himself, and as you said, he's really progressed more into being a two-way player. But he's got better vision on the ice. I've noticed he's making more passes, and he's becoming obviously more of a playmaker. He's got the 6 assists. So.
Like overall, I like this hard to play against. Try to tell the Thai guys this, and I think Mangkorn is one of those guys that he's not giving up. He's trying hard and doing his forechecks and back checks there. So yeah, happy with his process.
And we have the they play for the Novotel, and we're gonna get into some of the more of that and stuff of what's going on in the league a little bit later. But let's go ahead and get into the games here. In our first game, we have the Novotel Spitfires going against Aware, and that first period was really tough for me to watch, because I mean I've been a Spitfires fan from day one since I've been involved with the league, but Aware is like, it was the old Aware team in that first period, like how they were at the beginning of the season. Everybody was trying to do it themselves. Nobody was playing as a team player. They weren't controlling the offensive zone. They weren't controlling the defensive zone, and obviously 3 goals in that first period. Tough.
Yeah, in a short period of time, 5 minutes, 3 goals, and yeah, you just don't want that start against Novotel right now. That especially now with having Ben as a goalie, really hard to get goals against him. So 3 goals in the first, and that was the game, unfortunately.
It's tough to come back from something like that. But to Aware's credit, the second period was a completely different game. This is what we saw right before the break. Aware was playing as a team. They were controlling the puck. And early in the second period, you had Masato getting a goal with support from Roger and Dennis. So.
Masato, I think, has been better lately. I cannot say lately because we haven't played in a while, but like started slow and now few rounds been good and 1 goal, 1 assist in this game.
Well, I think that the lockdown, although it was tough for us because couldn't play hockey, the fact that we couldn't play hockey, a lot of guys were craving it again. So,
yeah, but like you have Masato and Roger, but like there's a lot of guys who have played this league for a long time.
Yeah.
Justin, John, Devin, Brandon Wick.
Yep.
And usually are guys who can score a lot of goals also. So it's a good team. Roman is a defense there with Dennis and Taya, legend Thor, Devin Charchuan there. So
is he playing in the Thai national team this year?
Let's say a door is always open for Thor.
Oh, good.
Let's see how busy he is with his other things in his life. But yeah, he's a great guy to have around.
Okay. Yeah, speaking of the Thai players unaware, I mean, you've got, Arno, he's a guy who I've seen his play since coming to the SHL has really increased. I mean, I play with him in the BIHL. We're on the same team, and I think it makes a big difference. So.
Guys like Arnold and Beam are maybe a little bit different style Thai players.
More of a older schools type.
A little bit of these grinders, hard-working guys that you still need in the team. So there's a lot of talent in the Thais, and sometimes they get kind of a little bit misunderstood, but still, they do their part. Yep,
definitely. Yeah. And then third period, we had Freeson finishing off the game, stopping the comeback for Aware. So that was tough. You know,
Mike, the Dubai Mighty Camel, Freeson is just on fire at the moment. 2 goals, 2 assists, and him and Ken, and you say those names, and then you still have Statsny there.
Yeah, and we have Christoph coming back from his upper body injury. Who at the beginning everybody was like, "Who's this Christoph guy?" He played like 2 or 3 games, and then was out with an upper body injury, and it was like he didn't do anything, because he wasn't on the ice. 3 points in this game. So, 3 points.
Another guy with Statsny who has played in Switzerland in the divisions over there. So he has the background of proper hockey, and Mike knew him. They play. I think they played before in UAE. So
you can see it because they're involved in both of them are involved in almost every play. So
and that's the top line, but like I said, Mangkorn is there on the second and Major, and you think the team that the second line is not good enough, but those names keep them kind of still if you think only the first line gonna do damage, then Mangkorn comes and score the goal.
Exactly. So it's really tough, and then you've got on the back end you've got Andrew Ross, who's a big solid defenseman back there. You've got Major, who's been doing really, really well. So and Ralphie, big German,
the legend.
So, and then as you said before, Ben, phenomenal goaltender. I would put him, as I've said before, I would put him right up there with Leo, and he's young, so I don't think it's going to be long where he might be a better goaltender than Leo.
Really hard-working young guy, and has that high school background in Minnesota. So the goaltending overall, like now, as you say, Ben and Leo. But like Dream doesn't want to be any worse than those 2 guys.
I know.
There's the competition now with like Ben and Dream with the Thai national team. So Lance with the old school style. Like I know his playoff.
He comes
games,
back. He comes back.
Yeah, but right now I think Aware needs a lot of solid goaltending from Lance.
Well, I mean, they scored 4 goals, but he had 33 shots on the night. So I mean, it's not too shabby of a play. Do you know what I mean? So he is doing well. Just a tough team to play against, you know. And he, again, like everybody else, he hasn't played for the last month and a half. So everybody's kind of getting rid of the rust, and we saw that in the second period and the third. So
for me, Lance is the most entertaining goal in the league.
You'd like that.
You get those old school skating saves and everything there.
Absolutely, so. They're fun to watch. Man. So, and our Rolling Stone Pizza player of the game went to, for his 4 points, Mike Freeson, 2 goals, 2 assists. How could you not give it to him?
Yeah, well deserved. He was really good in this game, and I don't know. Like I said, if Mike is not doing that, then it's Ken there or so. But yeah, Mike was the star of that game.
And Ken, and then with Christoph coming back, I think he's going to start putting up more points as well. So, and here's my interview with Freeson. I'm here with the Rolling Stone Pizza player of the game, Mike. Congratulations.
Thanks. Feels good to be back on the ice.
Had a great first period. What happened in the second?
Yeah, it's the typical. You get up some goals, you let off the gas, and the other team takes advantage of it. But we rebounded pretty good.
Okay, and what was happening? What was going on in your head when you scored that fourth goal, or your second goal, the fourth goal of the game?
Just relief. Don't like 1-goal games, so happy to end our 1-game losing streak. So
excellent. Well, congratulations again.
Thank you so much.
So in our second game of the night, we had KCG going against Siam Mandalay. And I remember us talking before the game.
Yeah.
And we both had similar feelings about what how the game would go, how it would progress, and what happened.
The thing is that Siam Mandalay was missing Yin and Mike Wilson on D.
2 big players. So
really like the top defenders. And then you have the Thai Finnish new guy Kim Aarola with Jan Isaacson on the other side, and it kind of looked that hey, okay, they're gonna go and win the game, and it looked like that. I think it was 3-1, right?
Right. Well, in the end of the first period, it was 2-1. It was like you had Harrison with a goal, which was backed up by Jesse, and then you had Gabe Roscoe from Patia scoring a goal with the assist coming from Kim and Jesse. Sorry, not Jesse, Jan. So really, we were both going, that's what it's going to be. So,
but then Jordan draft picked how he did it. It's a grinding team. It's a lot of in-your-face kind of players. There's
Ernesto, Darius.
Oh, Darius, Non. Who else did the new guys? Mitchell Morrison
and Jordan. Turner Johnson. As a matter of fact, they're called the grinding line. So it's like
they really are. So and then you have Patrick and Tan, who has like built pretty nice connection there.
Yeah.
So they grind their way back.
They did. They were scoring 2 goals in the second period to tie things up. 3-3. You had a goal from Mitchell Morrison, and then you had a unassisted goal from Darius, and then Jan getting a goal in the second period as well. So it was like a whole nother game in the second period, especially for Siam Mandalay.
And this was fast game. Like
it was a very fast game.
I think KGG always, because there's so many of these young guys. I think 6 guys are 16 to 18 years old, Thai players. So they bring the speed, but I think Siam Mandalay match up actually pretty well.
They did, absolutely, and it was a really fun game to watch from my point of view, or from our point of view, because you were up there sitting with me. So, but then we get into the third period, and Siam Mandalay, 2 goals. You had a goal, and Darius getting his second goal, and then Tan getting a goal, adding another point. So.
Darius, I think maybe the most underrated player in the league. Really good two-way center.
Yeah.
On your face, goes hard on front of the nets, and comes up with 2 goals and 1 assist in the end. So
that's one of the reasons why I like playing against Darius. I mean, he's a physical player in front of the net. I'm a physical player in front of the nets on the defensive side, so it's like we were always bumping into each other and trying to move each other out of the way, and he's looking for opportunities, and I'm trying to prevent them. So it's fun to watch him play out there. So
yeah, he was the one who made the difference in the end.
I think so. Yeah, absolutely. And so he's got 2 goals and an assist on the night, so which earned him the Rolling Stone Pizza Player of the Game. Well deserved. Yep. Well deserved, I think. Not everybody agrees all the time, but yeah, it was
this one for sure. Yeah, it was his game.
So, as I said, Darius Konotopes, he was the Rolling Stone Pizza Player of the Game, and here's that interview with him. I'm here with the Rolling Stone Pizza Player of the Game, Darius. Congratulations.
Thanks, Dom.
Wow, big game tonight.
Yeah, it was a good game. We were trying to get our legs back after the big break here, just trying to keep things simple, keep the puck in deep, and it worked out all right for us tonight.
And you got 4 points tonight?
I guess so, yeah. If you tell me so, yeah, sure. I'll take it.
Excellent. Well, congratulations.
Thanks again.
And here's Maddie with our Jerky Monster Play of the Week.
What is up, my fellow SHL enthusiasts? This week's Jerky Monster Play of the Week goes to Roman Larin. Congrats on your goal. I heard it was a sick dangle to the backhand for a sweet goal. Your Jerky Monster is waiting with down. See you guys next week.
So we're going into our next week of games. In our first game of the night, we have the Novotel Spitfires, our #1 team, against our #2 team, KCG. Before we get into that, there's some interesting movements in the league, I would say. KCG they've lost Matt for the season, Matt Siegel, and they've lost Jari Edikainen for the season. And they're picking up, who are they picking up?
So Harrison, the GM, got Patrick Forstner, the star player from the Siam Mandalay.
Ooh, that's a big move there.
To fill up the center role, kind of that they kind of been looking for, the good center to play with Jan and Harrison and Jesse. So now they have Patrick there.
Yeah, that's going to be impressive. You've got Harrison, who's up there with goals. You've got Brendan. You've got Jan. That's going to be a tough team.
Lost all the young ties on the second, like Time and Winnie. Like I think Winnie can score a lot of goals. Like he's been, I think, still 5 goals already, but he can do even more.
He's been doing quite well. So
yeah, so they have a lot of depth in their offense.
Well, let's look at the stats here. We know our top 10. We got Roger in the top 10. Let's see, Time with 3 goals and 5 assists. So, and Harrison is up there.
Jesse and Jan. So
Jesse is one of those players. Everybody is like, "Oh, Jesse's so good. Jesse's so good." But then when you get on the ice, it's kind of like everybody forgets he's there. Do you know what I mean? He's always making plays.
I put Darius on the underrated.
Yeah.
So I want to put Jesse on that list.
I'd agree with that absolutely. So Jesse's fun to play with on the same team, because watching him develop plays, you can, if you know where he's at, if you throw the puck towards him, 9 times out of 10 he's going to get it. So
awesome guy off the ice too.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Absolutely. And Novotel Spitfires, are they losing anybody?
They are not.
They're not.
That's why you want to change that chemistry that they have going on there. So
some people would argue that they need to be broken up because they're quite dominant in the league. If you think about it, I mean, they have 16 points. The closest team is KCG with 11. But
every other team kind of mixes up now, and maybe try to see how Novotel are we able to catch them after these trades. And I think KGC with this Patrick,
I think that's going to make a big difference.
Yeah, like of course Jari is like he played pro for many years in Finland, and he will never mention that himself. Like he's the most
He's very
polite, humble
Yeah.
guy, but he just knows how to play the game. And when you lose a defender like that,
That's
so now,
tough.
yeah, so now it's KGG. It's like who is their defensive leader? Who's their Ken? So like K Prasco is good, and of course as a Thai coach, I'm looking for Mel and Pun
Okay.
to step up more and take a bigger role.
What does KCG need to do to be able to defeat the Spitfires?
Well, I put a lot of pressure on Jan Isaksson, and I hope he watched this before the game. But Jan and Patrick, they cannot let Ken skate around them. Like now, they need to do a forecheck and ankle him on the boards because.
Well, they're all used to playing on big ice, so it should be better.
Yeah, like they cannot let him go around them because if he does that, he's off.
He's gone.
He's gone, and so I think Jan Patrick playing against maybe their top line, and then if the young Thais will are able to beat the Novotel second line, that's
So
the key.
Pretty much, they need to single out Ken and not be able to let him skate around, and then their second line, the young guys, KCG, need to step up their game.
And he's like I said, Mel and Pun. I'm expecting them to play hard against Freeson and Statsny.
Okay.
Like if Jan goes after a little bit with Ken, he's gonna make that pass to Freeson. And
Yes,
if the
he is.
defense is not ready,
He's gone.
it's gone. Exactly. So both overall team defense on KGG, and of course the goalies. Like those are the goalies you mentioned now, Leo and Ben.
Leo and Ben. You know, I'm a fan of Ben, not because he's on the Spitfires, but because he's a Minnesota boy. He played right down the road from where I used to play, so and he's doing well in the SHL. So he's ranked number 2. So,
But about the trade, we have to add that Beam also went to the KGG. So
yeah,
usually you give the award for the who's making a difference in Thai hockey. I would give it to Harrison right now because he has 9 Thai players on his team.
9
So-
great Thai players at that. So
But just for him to pick up these players, and like I said, they are mostly young guys, and they really like Harrison as the captain, and maybe we can get them going even more, playing a little bit more with the edge, and maybe I teach Harrison a couple of Finnish swear words because those usually make the trick on the Thai guys.
Harrison would probably like that. So.
Yeah, so I try to meet him before the Sunday game.
Okay, all right. And then what do the Spitfires have to do to not lose?
Oh my goodness. When is the last time they lost a game?
They lost the last game before the break. That was their only game they lost.
I'm sorry, Novotel, and maybe Ken gets mad at me, but I want them to lose games. They're good, they play how they play, but like what I said, KGG will do those couple of fixes, and
Will Ken be able to play this week? He did take that puck to the visor at the end of the game.
I think he's fine.
Okay.
I have seen him, he should be alright. If he's out, then
That's going to be tough.
that's, yeah. No, I think the second line, like I said, there's an interesting Thai matchup. Mangkorn Major against Time and Winnie, and now Peem over there.
Yeah,
So
should be really good.
great
They'll be a
first,
fast shifts. So
great first line. Like you think about Jan Patrick Harrison against Freeson and Statsny.
that's going to be a good matchup. So I think that might come down to face-offs.
Yeah, I don't want to give any results on this one. Is this a 1-goal game or overtime?
Ooh, I think it's going to be close. It's going to be a 1-goal game. I don't think it'll go to overtime, but I think it'll be a 1-goal game. My opinion. And I'm a Spitfires fan. I kind of hope... I'd like to see KCG win, but I want Spitfires to win.
Okay, you take Spitfire, I take KGG with 1 goal.
Okay, that works. And then in our second game of the night, we have Siam Mandalay versus Aware. And Siam Mandalay is losing a big player in Patrick.
Top center, big body, has scored a lot of goals. I think, does he have 6 goals, 7 goals now?
He has
6 goals there.
6 goals, 4 assists. So
And number 1 on the points.
Mm-hmm.
Is Corey Day playing already this week?
He's supposed to come back this week.
So there's the...
He wasn't at Shinny, so but he'll be well rested for Sunday. Top goal scorer in the league for the last since the start, if I'm not mistaken. So
always in crazy shape.
yeah.
I don't know how old is he at the moment, 25 or something, but
Yeah.
he's
I've run into him in Shinny. We've run into each other, and he's like running into a truck. You know, it's like wow. And that for me, I'm not that big of a guy, but still, for me to run into somebody and have them feel like it's a truck, that's saying something. So.
No, he's a great to have him back.
Mm-hmm.
Another awesome guy. Who's his center? Jordan gonna be his feeding him or?
Well, I think Corey plays center from time
Corey
to
plays
time.
center. Okay.
So. But that's a good matchup. I mean, a good line there. You know, you've Corey and Jordan. Who do you think Jordan should put with them?
Once again, as a Thai coach, like I said, Tan is another guy who has really stepped up a couple last years. Like he's physically much stronger.
Yeah.
And he had a good chemistry with Patrick.
Okay.
Now Patrick is gone and he kind of lose that Thai connection there. So I want to see like Jordan to give him a good opportunity, maybe play with Corey.
That would
And
be. I
try-
think that'd be good. Yeah.
Try to create some because like you said, they have that best grind line already on the second.
Yeah,
So you don't
yeah.
want to mix up that too much.
No, yeah, I wouldn't break that up. You know, but Corey's pretty good. He plays well with just about anybody. So I think matching him up with Tan on that same line and Jordan, that's a wise choice. So
And then you have the Yin is now back. So Yin and hopefully Mike Filson is there. So I think Yin is after Ken the second best D in the league.
yeah.
So
Well, he's got the best shot, that's for certain. So and you've got Wilson who can definitely carry the puck when needed, and he's a great playmaker and he can score. So
Dream on net and Aware, another trade.
Aware.
This one is a big pickup.
you know more about him, so why don't you go ahead and tell us about him?
Okay. Hopefully I don't hype him too much because then he's another Finnish guy, so he's a humble guy from Finland.
He had a
Kim
great
Aarola.
showing. He had a great
Yeah.
showing in the game last week. So
Yeah, so with Kim is the thing that he just moved for many years, try to get him here, and now he moved here to be a coach for the youth of Thai, so that's a great thing, and of course play for the national team. And with him, you know, he still played in Finland last October, and he's been playing there all of his life. So he's kind of familiar with a little bit higher level hockey, and I think when he gets adjusted for the Siam Hockey League, there's a little bit different than playing in Finland without no glass and the boards are how they are, and so
it's fun, keeps the game interesting.
But I'm just saying that when he gets
Used
to it,
yeah.
and now,
Jan had a couple games
exactly,
to get
yeah.
used to it. So
I saw Jan first game and I was like, oh, he's not. But now when I watched last week,
definitely a big difference.
different player, and now the Thai national team, we are practicing, so they get a little bit more reps. So yeah, Kim and Masato now together in that.
Ooh, that should be a good line.
Yeah. Maybe put Roger on the young guy on the other side.
Yeah, but do you want to take Roger away from Justin?
Yeah, well, there's options. Like I said, there's John. I'm sure John will love the position next to Kim.
That's true. I think so. Yeah.
So that's there. Then Brandon is there. So if you're a Roger, Justin, Brandon on the second line. So
what does Aware need to do to get their second win of the season? What do you think is the biggest thing that they can do to get their second win of the season?
Good start. I think that's they don't want to lose 3-0 this time on the first period. I think Kim Aarola and this Masato, if that connection clicks quickly, they might be on the scoreboard like same as Mike Freeson was on the last Sunday.
Okay.
So I feel Dream is a little bit better on goalie than Lance. I'm sorry, Lance. Still have favorites sometimes, but
well, when Lance is on, though, Lance is pretty amazing.
yeah. No, I don't want to be any negative against Lance, but I'm just like I said, as a Thai coach, I have to.
Dream is more consistent.
Dream is my number one guy.
Yeah.
So I think you need goals like this.
True.
This maybe if Masato Kim clicks, Justin helps out. Maybe 4 or 5 goals should do.
Okay. What do you think the score is going to be at the end of the night?
Okay, so that's I give Aware 4 to 5 goals. I give Siam 4 goals. So
Okay.
there's a draw or a 1-goal game.
Ooh, so you picture Siam Mandalay and Aware going into overtime.
Or 1-goal win
1 goal? Okay.
for Aware.
For Aware. Ooh, here you go, Aware. You need to prove him right.
No pressure, Kim, but you're Finnish guy, so I expect you to finish on this one.
All right. So, what are your feelings about the trades here? How do you feel about the trades that the executive committee has made?
I think
Or not trades, but moves. The moves they've made.
I think KGG is like getting Patrick on that will help out. Like I said, when you lose Yari,
Yep.
now their offense is really good.
Mhm.
Let's see about defense if they
Okay.
can come. But I think we wanna catch up Novotel, right? Like that's the idea. So I
Yeah.
think KGG with these trades this will be a really good game that they're gonna play.
Okay.
Aware, like I think Kimi will be Mike Freeson type of player soon.
That'll be good.
This is how I feel. So I think Aware will come up from there. And Siam, I think like Corey Day to Patrick is interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting thing. And
It's-
both are really good players.
Yeah. Both are big goal scorers. Both are big playmakers. So.
But like I said, there's like a lot of interesting things, like the goaltending for sure. Like every team has now a good goalie, and for
Yeah.
sure, Dream doesn't want to be any worse than Leo or Ben.
Absolutely.
And I'm sure Lance wants to step up and be the same as the young guys.
Lance is working harder than I've seen him work in a long time. He's coming out to the shinnies. He's putting in extra reps on the ice but after the practice, after shinny. So he's really trying to up his game and compete with these guys.
So like I don't see any blowout wins anymore in this league. That
No, I
it
don't
used
think
to
so.
be a couple of years ago that
Yep.
they might be 10-0 or 10-1 and now I think everything is pretty even. Like Novotel, if you check their games, I think they are mostly 1-2 goal games.
Yeah, they're mostly. There might be one that was like 3 or 4, but overall they're 1-2 game, winning it in the last minute.
Last
so-
minute goes a lot, and that's
So-
the difference. You know, you
Yeah.
have the Ken and Freeson and those guys who come up. So now the little pressure I want to put on is like Patrick and Jan to win those games, and same with Aware to Masato and Kimi to come up. So Siam Mandalay is for me a little bit like now I want to follow them and
Okay.
I want to put pressure on Ian.
He needs it. He needs it sometimes.
Guys, sorry, Thai guys. Like I'm.
Ian needs it sometimes.
Yeah,
so
but like I think he's a guy who can really step up on that team to be the dominant defensive player and can score a lot of goals, of
Yeah.
course, with that shot.
So I'm going to put you on the spot here a little bit. What would you like to see happen with the SHL in the future? Where would you like to see it go?
No, well, I think all of us are expecting and hoping that new rink will come soon. I think that's the thing, that you get normal standard rink, normal class.
Wait. Normal. You played in Europe, okay, and I played in America. So a normal rink to me, Semarang is huge.
Yeah.
Okay. So playing at the Roman 9, that wasn't for me. It was a normal size rink. It was about a North American size rink. So
Let's say like we are happy with what the Rama 9 was and Samrong, but I'm talking about at least that we don't have to move to the 3-on-3 rinks that we also have a lot here in the Bangkok.
Okay.
So and the class, it's 2021. I would love to play hockey with high board, with proper boards that you can use the glass and
Yeah,
banks,
that would be good.
banks back in the game. So I think we deserve that. So for me, like I know Siam Hockey League, it's we try to keep that is not too expensive for the players, but of course, as a national team coach, I want to see a little bit longer games. Like now we play in a small slot and we play less than an hour. So
I know that's something that's been discussed, but a lot of that has to do with ice time availability.
I understand it, but like when you ask for the future, that of course is something that hopefully get like full length games.
Okay. Good. All right. That's all for this. Well, first, thank you for coming on the show. So.
Thank you for having me, and like I said, big respect for you and John and Mr. Hockey Murray and Mr. Olofsson there in Vietnam. This is a really well-run league.
I give, for being the way the league is run, that's all on Scott, John, and Christian. So yeah. I just do the media.
But you know, the media, like most of the leagues, recreational leagues, they don't have media. So guys are happy, and they need to be happy that there is broadcasting and there's the announcement. And every time if I have a guy from Finland coming up to the Bangkok, he comes to the rink and he always say that, oh, so awesome, you know, there's music and everything going on. So
we do the best we can.
I'm really thankful for all the work you guys do.
Thank you. All right, that's all for this week, and I'll see you at the rink.
The opposite was very strong. I was good.
Siam Hockey League News is brought to you by Big Chili Magazine, the best read expat lifestyle and news magazine in Thailand. It covers interesting issues in Bangkok and the region while bringing its readers engaging stories and various exclusive interviews, food reviews, and more. You can find the Big Chili magazine in bookstores and online at thebigchili.com. The music for the opening and ending credits are brought to you by DJ Caucasian.